COVID inquiry is on track to become the most expensive in British history of inquiries. It's costing the taxpayer at least, and this is mind-blowing, £300,000 a day over the last year. Look, we knew it was going to take a long time. We knew it was set up too late. We know the remit for it is very questionable, and we don't seem to be getting to the bottom of many things. Information's come out, but as far as I can tell, most of the counsels for the inquiry are more concerned about someone sending a nasty WhatsApp about Boris Johnson and calling him a silly name than they are about actually getting to the truth about what was the evidence for the policies that you did that completely devastated our nation's health and our finances and our civil liberties. They don't seem to care so much about that. What do you make of that cost and what the COVID inquiry is actually achieving?
I think it's completely structured wrongly. It should have been a medical scientific inquiry. It should have been a doctor in charge, an experienced evidence, an analytical doctor that would look at it from a medical view. What do we all want from it? We're paying a huge amount, $300,000 a day. Just imagine what you could do with that for a long period of time, mainly to lawyers and civil servants. That's where it's going. They're not going to produce a plan for dealing with it again. They're just going to look at the tittle-tattle that you mentioned, the WhatsApp, the position, who's in charge, who's in. All these people are nobody in 5 years' time. They've gone. Most of them are nobody now, of course, including the Prime Minister. For goodness sake, let's be honest. So if you look forward, we need to have a plan not to do the same thing again. Yeah. And that has to be a medical scientific decision rather than looking at WhatsApp and some of the amazing stories, which you love and we all love.
Oh, yeah, put them on the front of the papers, that's fine, but that's not what the inquiry is supposed to be doing. And again, we had this abject failure of there was no cost-benefit analysis, there was no scientific basis to an awful lot of the policies like mask mandates, like closing schools and it even, lockdown. Again, it was going against every bit of established scientific advice on how you dealt with a pandemic, and yet we did it anyway.